good time to take inventory. Outgunned, outnumbered, out of our minds on a suicide mission.
Hello and welcome to this video. Apologies for any noises in the background, I can't control that. But anyway, let's get into it. So if you haven't been to my channel before, there is a playlist where I do a lot of things where I customize. So I went for the quickest options that I think are universal for airsoft. Again, I have no military experience. Again, I take from history and tweak it here and there. So I believe this can be used for an AG player, a DMR and sniper. Again, whatever your preference, at the end of the day, this is just a rough kind of outline. So anyway, I've got some common ferns over here. So 2 rigs here. I'm going to get this one straight out of the way down here. So down here, now if I had some paracord, I would show you, but I don't. So you can tie this around your body. I got the idea, funny enough, from this clip that you'll see.
I could have killed them all. I could have killed you. In telling you the law, out here it's me.
So yeah, that is a cheap option. Again, if you are on a budget or just can't be bothered to spend your money. So anyway, get rid of that. So next here is some camo knitting. It comes in variety, shapes, suppliers, etc. But if you listen carefully, wait for the cars to pass. You can hear that. So you can attach this using either molly strips or any other type of, clips, attachments. However, it does make noise, and the whole idea is you're meant to be stealthy, and if you hear that, even if it doesn't sound like a lot, it's very distinct and it will give you away. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's rid of that. Moving on to the next two. So this is a PLCE webbing. I'm going to go with this one since I've used this one more. So as you can see up here, I have a shotgun molly pouch, let's call it that, with some molly straps, as you can see here, attached to the back here. So originally it wasn't meant to be on here, but what I found is by attaching it, as you can see, it's very loose, so it is breathable. It doesn't flap around as much or make too much noise, so even if I do this, it's not bad at all. Again, helps also if you are considering a PLCE webbing rig, get one of these pouches, small, miscellaneous, for your batteries and other gear and whatnot. But anyway, and if I did actually add this as well, scabbard choice again, molly straps and everything, but we're getting off track. Let's get back to this. So there are 14 slots here, 7 across each. Now if I grab one of these quickly just to use as a demonstration, I'm just grabbing one of the ferns if it will decide to move. Now if I decide to, bear in mind I'll try and get this, I'm operating both here, there we go. So if I pull that through quickly, now bear in mind this is a dead fern basically on its way out. The newer ferns are obviously going to be taller, more reliable and stronger, but eventually over time these will wither away and break and snap and everything, and it actually adds more to your cover. But again, every now and then you do need to replace these, so honestly you can either replace it yourself or get a buddy to do it. I have got some pictures of it on my Instagram channel. Again, if you're not sure, obviously add yourself onto it, and I will confirm it. So anyway, you fill this up, as you can see, goes through both, you can squeeze it through. Now here's the best part. So there's pros and cons for everything. So the pro is you've got stability on this, so by putting it through the second one, that isn't going to be loose or sag or anything. Again, might need to replace it, or you can put a second one in as well. The cons, really, apart from obviously buying this and maybe the D-rings, which are not expensive, I want to point that out, honestly I don't really see any cons with it. I will demonstrate this later on. So we're going to move over to this one here, my personal custom Chicom. I love this. I've had this since I first started, funny enough. Both of these rigs actually I had when I first started airsoft, obviously one more popular than the other. So here I actually have a shotgun belt sling, whatever you want to call it, so you can put it over your shoulder or around your hips. There's more, as you can see here, so pro is you've got more here. Now the major con with this one is the fact that it has loose tolerances, and what do I mean by that? As you can see here, it has stability, but if I grab another fern here, bear with me 1 second, and just put it through, I'll do as quickly as I can, so bear with me. There we go. So if I pull it through and eventually get the leaves, there we go. So you're probably thinking, oh, that works. Yeah, loose tolerances. So Best thing you can do is if you're attaching this to the Qicom or anything, behind, use the belt harness here so you can slide it through, and that will give it a double layer support, kind of like this, and I found that it works. I've only used this one once recently. In fact, in the next video you'll see that. So what I'm going to do now is less talking, more action. I am actually going to demonstrate both of these, so hopefully you will enjoy.
Yo, ring!